Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host and fellow stand-up comedian, Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I think I pulled my back in my sleep.
Let me put my...
genuinely, I woke up and it hurt so bad, and I was fine when I went to bed.
Yeah. I've had similar experiences where I wake up with a tight shoulder. I'm like, did I just pitch 6 innings in my sleep? Like, how the hell did I pull that off?
Yeah. My girlfriend asked me what was wrong, and I wouldn't tell her.
Why'd you just look like you were in a bad mood? And
no one should mate with anyone that they know is this weak. It doesn't bode well for offspring.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're pulling your back out when your skin's still tight.
What's the dumbest injury you've ever gotten? Like, just like of that level of like doing nothing, hurt yourself.
Okay. So in PE in school, this is the other thing. This is why I actually believe in certain martial arts that look silly. I actually think that with the right practice, they could work. So you see stuff that's like, you see these like Wing Chun videos or, Aikido stuff or, you know what I mean? And you're like, oh, that would never work in a real fight.
Jazzercise.
Yeah, sure. Especially jazzercise. Especially getting physical in skin tights.
Yeah. Solid gold dancing. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Well, because you see stuff like that and you're like, this would never work. But you don't know that it wouldn't work because under the right circumstances, anything could work,
Right.
And I feel that because one time we were playing volleyball in PE and I went to just do like, one of those underhanded like hooks of the ball, like pop it back up in the air and everything. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I connected with the ball, so this isn't even me trying to punch the ball back up. As soon as I connected with the ball, I like basically pulled the hamstring on my other leg.
Oh, jeez.
And so it was like, imagine the ball coming to meet my hand. The ball doesn't even go back up in the air. It just hits my hand and droops off my hand and hits the ground. And then I hit the ground screaming. It was like out of a cartoon because I was just like, ah! And then as soon as I went to hit it, it like some weird. If it was like a kung fu cartoon, you would have seen my skeleton or something. It looked like the worst version of Mortal Kombat. It's crazy because you don't think you could hurt yourself in such a awkward way.
Right. Yeah. No, I think we've mentioned it before, but I've had multiple times where I've genuinely hurt my back by just having that moment where you step on ice and go, whoo, like just doing that. I've done it multiple times where I've been like, then my back is fucked up for like a whole day.
Yeah.
You reminded me though of volleyball injuries. I weirdly have a couple of injuries associated. Well, one's not really an injury, but with volleyballs involved. In middle school, I remember there was a recess where we were just like, and it was like in the gym because I think it was like during the winter, and it was just like like this point in middle school for some reason we would still get like short recesses, but they don't really do it anymore. But we used to still. I remember we were in the gym and we were just playing dodgeball. We just split the gym down the middle, a lot of us, and we're just playing dodgeball. But we were like using volleyballs and just really winging them at each other. And I remember this one kid threw. I think I remember who it was, but he was like a pitcher and like a quarterback and stuff. Had good arm on him. He launches it at me, square in the balls, just drops me to my knees. And the second my knees hit the ground, another one hits me right in the face and then knocks me backwards. So it was just like wham, wham. And then this is the only time I've ever had this like with a nut shot. Then like my balls hurt for an entire class period after that. And I went to my next class and I just sat down and like everyone kept walking by like, hey, you doing okay, buddy? And I just like sat down and like put my head on the desk. I was like, oh God. And then the teacher comes up and he's like, Logan, you okay? What's the matter? And I'm like, yeah, man, I just took one in the jewels. Like was my exact wording.
Oh my gosh.
And then he was like, well, okay, sorry. Science is starting now. Sorry about your balls. I don't think I can say it as a teacher. I'll get fired.
Yeah, you probably won't be able to learn this at like this class, but you come back ready tomorrow.
Yeah, just know some good stuff's happening on the board. You'll get it later. Don't worry.
Yeah. It is funny because it's like when you in PE, our PE teacher was like a true sadist, and he had us play dodgeball, but one dodgeball game would last the entire period.
Oh, really?
So what he would do if you were out and you wanted to stay in, which of course everyone did at the beginning, you had to do this very weird, complicated run, like up and down the bleachers. Like you didn't just do a lap around the bleachers and come back. You had to go up the bleachers, down again. Then you had to go across the bleachers and then up. Then you had to come down again and then do like a circle. It was like it would take you some time.
Run over to the bench, solve the Rubik's Cube, run back, tag your partner.
Yeah, it was like The Amazing Race without any puzzles. It was just because then even when
The
I was
Amazing Race
out,
without any adventure.
Yeah, I was out, and then I was like, "What do I need to do again?" And he got exasperated with me, like I'm
like you made it up.
Yeah, like I made it up. I'm like, wouldn't it just say 4 times? Like, why are you making it this like it almost felt like he made us run that very specific course to get us dizzy so that we were worse when we came back in. Because kids were getting out and they'd run the course, and now you're coming back into the game winded.
Yeah.
And so you're winded, dizzy, and you got hit by a dodgeball, so you're not feeling great.
What happened to just like jailbreak? Like just way off to the side, wait for jailbreak. What's this new step?
Dude was a maniac. Dude was legit, like he was insane.
For your PE, did you like, because since you're saying your PE teacher was a maniac, was it like all just fitness stuff all the time basically? Did you have that kind of PE? Because I found there's a lot of different tiers that people had in their PE class growing up. Like some were like, you hear about some people, it's like it was constantly like doing the running and rope climbing and like all that stuff. And then mine was like, we literally went ice fishing and did archery and did orienteering and we did rappelling and scuba diving.
Jeez.
We did so much shit. Horseshoes, tennis, shuffleboard, like we did billiards one year. He would just a couple years in a row, he would just get a bunch of pool tables from I don't know where.
Yeah.
And we would just take over the wrestling room, and like a couple weeks would be us just getting good at pool.
That's insane.
I know.
That's amazing.
I know ours is super weird, but
that seems like PE at a boarding school.
Kind of, but it's like I think it was just a small school in Iowa, and like most kids are in sports, so it's like, you know, didn't have to push a lot of us that hard, and the ones who really don't want to run are the ones who are going to have an excuse to get out of it every other day anyway.
I mean, we had a general. We had
bowling.
At least what I feel is general.
Yeah,
bowling.
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 For some reason, trying to correct it, I almost said boiling.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say boiling. And
What
sport is that?
Yeah, no, we spent a couple weeks just boiling, crawfish. We just really got into, just gumbos,
push-ups.
Yeah,
made us do push-ups in the water until it got hot.
Now while your gumbo's cooking, you got to do wind sprints.
Yeah, it was insane. Like basically, there was one where I it wasn't me, it was another kid. But am I crazy? Or
yes.
Does every ice? Okay, well, good to know. Now, am I crazy? But is this also a weird fact? Does every school seem to have a Scuba Steve?
You're gonna need to elaborate on that. What do you mean?
I guess I'm just wrong. So
you
feel
mean
like
the toy from the movie Big Daddy?
No, not the toy. I feel like I've been in several situations. Maybe it's just a Southern thing or something. I've been in several situations where someone named Steve had the nickname Scuba Steve.
Well, I think that came from the movie Big Daddy.
That's what okay. So I'm wondering how big that was, or if I just know like four guys whose nickname is Scuba Steve, and they're just not that interesting or something.
I mean, I remember it being kind of a big deal when that movie was out. You know, this is another great one that our younger listeners are really gonna, attach to. They're really gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't try to take us here. I'm just telling you
I'm kidding.
the person. I just feel like I feel crazy because I've.
It is weird that you knew like four guys named Scuba Steve, but I'm pretty sure they probably all have it just because of that movie.
Okay, that makes sense.
Is what I'm guessing, unless a couple of them were like scuba divers.
Yeah, I mean, at least one of them probably.
Are any of them a marine biologist now?
Oh, none of them.
Or a lifeguard?
Not at all.
Well, then I think they just watched that one Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
Is what it's sounding like. That's what I'm guessing.
You really put it in perspective for me because I spent my entire childhood being like,
yeah,
why is he named Scuba Steve and he's named Scuba? And then there's an adult named Scuba Steve.
I mean, it still, though, supports your thesis of wondering, are there a bunch of Scuba Steves? And your question going to, is that like an uncreative nickname? Yes. So it's just a different route, but we still got to kind of what your thesis was going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
just like,
took everyone on this long and terrible road to to get us to this place of one time when we were playing dodgeball, and we were very early in the process, so only 15 minutes had passed, so only a few kids were out. They were running the laps, the weird obstacle course, and running back in. And at one point, this is a particularly epic game. At one point, maybe we're 45 minutes in now, so there's only like 5 minutes left in PE, and it's like a tight neck race to the point where he calls it, where he's like, all right, from now on, if you're out, because he knew it had to end sometime. And Scuba Steve got hit. He got hit real good in. I know there's a scientific term for it, but I'll just say stomach. It really, somebody got him in the stomach real good, and then
what other way?
Like, I don't know if it was the solar plex or like whatever hit him. I mean, yeah, abdomen. Whatever hit him knocked the wind out of him.
Right.
But this is the other problem. Diaphragm, maybe. Like, this is the other problem is whatever.
Intestines,
you throw a ball,
gut. I just wanted to see how
long.
I
mean, that's too deep.
I just wanted to see how long I could interrupt you with different.
I mean, he would have been bleeding.
Yeah.
You hurt his intestines.
Took a dodgeball right in the intestines.
Had to have it removed by a doctor. So basically, so the ball that hit him got him out, right? Mm-hmm. But even if you have the best of intentions and you're not trying to be a jerk, because there were kids like that who would try to like hit you when you weren't aware, even though you were out and you were walking off because they were just dicks. Sure. But in this was a genuine mistake. About 3 different kids threw a ball at Scuba Steve
as he was walking out.
No.
Okay.
In earnest, trying to get him out.
Okay.
One hit him in the stomach.
Right.
Which made him duck from the next one that was about to hit his face.
Right.
But as he came up, the last one, like the furthest one away, he just looked right up into it after he got hit in the stomach. So then he crawled. He crawled off of the court, and the PE teacher felt so bad for him. He was like, "Look, that was kind of uncalled for, even though it was a mistake. If you want to run a lap, I'll let you go back in." So he does. He's like, all right, I'm going to do this for my team. I'm going to do this for myself, I guess.
I will have my revenge.
He runs this complicated lap.
He solves the lap puzzle, and then...
Yeah, and then right as he's like, you can see the smile on his face. And right as he's about to run on, like the movie Dodgeball, he's going to try to catch one to get somebody out or something.
Yeah.
He's like posted up. Like, you could make a trophy out of him running back onto the court, just smiling mid-sprint, and then runs right into a ball that was meant for somebody else. And it hits him across the other side of the face.
Oh, that's good.
It's so thin. Then he just he did this like chicken thing. Because I guess he didn't like want to grab his face, but he was also like disoriented. And so his arms were up, but they weren't touching any of his body. So he just had this weird like arms up thing out of pain. So he got hit and he's like this. And then as his head goes back and his arms go up, he like just because the other side is already very red. Like I should mention Scuba Steve is white. So he's very red from all the times he's been hit.
I kind of felt like it went without saying with the nickname Scuba Steve.
You never know, though.
Yeah, it's true. No, it's true.
Want to assume
it's true, but it just I don't know. It's hard to.
I've met a lot of black Bubbas.
Yeah, but I don't know. Bubba's got some flavor to it. Scuba Steve, it's just so nasally. I don't know. It just seems.
Yeah, and he was very, very white. So now he is very, very red. His whole head looks like a cherry, and the kid who kind of like from when you got hit in the balls, the kid who pitched that one was meaning it for a very agile kid. So he put a lot of mustard on it.
Right.
So you can actually see a couple of lines on Steve's face. And now he's been hit so hard that genuinely, I couldn't tell if he was concussed or just blinded by being hit in both sides of the face by the ball. So he just starts wandering towards the other team.
Well, he's got his arms out. He looks like that scene in Platoon. Like, and then he just like falls to his knees.
Yeah. Dude, it was so bad. It gets more in
the back.
And then you just hear the PE coach like, Steve, get out the way. And Steve just is going like, oh God, like because he's like trying to shake it off,
right?
And he doesn't know he's walking in the direction of more oncoming balls, so he gets hit like in the knee and then in the arm and so then he just hits the ground and he just sort of like crawls off of the basketball court. Oh man.
Cool. I remember one time in gym class, we were playing Capture the Flag, which I'm assuming everyone knows that game. That's not regional, right? Everyone knows Capture the Flag. It's the gym. It's on either end of the gym. One team's trying to catch the other one. I'm assuming, but I get surprised every now and then what things people don't have. But we were playing, and
you know how poor you'd have to be to not have Capture the Flag? That's literally imagination. That's literally... That's anything could be the flag. Another kid could be the flag.
Well, dude, I started when I started subbing, and I subbed for a PE class, and they were right away. It like was written down. It was like, "Oh, play Six Flags with them," and I was like, "What?" I'm like, "There's not. That's like hours away." And the price of admission, that's gonna be. There's so many kids here, like, but it's like they have a new version now where they do 3 flags on each side, and each team has to capture all 3, which I think was just a smart way to make a game go way longer so you don't have to intervene because they're always stealing just flags back and forth. Yeah. Anyway, we were playing Capture the Flag, but this was in the winter. And back when I was in high school, like now the school has like a whole addition added onto it, like they added a whole extra part. So they didn't have this storage issue before. But during the winter, like in the real dead of it, they would bring out all these big coat racks and kind of put them in like our entry commons area that we called it, the commons. But it was like they just kind of would put this big coat rack there so everyone could hang their winter gear because we did like half lockers, so you couldn't really fit all your stuff in your locker. So you have to like hang your coats in this. During the day, though, like it was getting towards lunchtime, and we also would have lunch in the commons. So like about lunchtime, and my gym class was right before lunch, they would move all those coat racks into the gym, right? So those are now kind of just on the back wall near one of the doors. And then we're playing Capture the Flag. And there's at one point where I'm running, going for the flag, and the last thing I remember is looking down and grabbing the flag in my hand. And then the next thing I remember is me looking up and being pulled up off the floor and seeing just everyone laughing very hard, including the gym teacher. He was laughing very hard. Turns out what happened was I was running, and while looking down, and I grabbed the flag, I then, like a coat had fallen off of the rack. I stepped on that, slid like a cartoon character on a bar of soap, slammed into the coat rack, and then fell down very hard, hitting my head. So I got a concussion. Because I do not remember any of it at all, but they were just like, no. First you were doing this, and you did this, and you're that, and I just said, I'm like, guys, I don't, because they helped me up, and I just went, what happened? Did I win? Did we do it? Did I capture it?
That's insanity.
So I slid and just slammed into it and dropped.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like there's so many instances like that where you're a kid and you're just like playing something and you either you either get hit or you hit something and it reshapes your day.
Well, because that was weird too, because that wasn't even my first concussion at that point, so I kind of knew what had happened. I'm like, I'm missing time, you guys. I think that was another concussion. I've had like 3.
Jeez.
My first, because I had that one, I had a concussion of football where me and another player, we slammed helmets really hard into each other. This was during a football game. We just connected helmets really hard, like stared each other down, and then walked away. And then I got to the sidelines, and I literally just like clutched my head and was like, "Oh fuck!" Like I just had like the worst migraine I've ever felt in my life. The weird thing was the missing time didn't come till later. During the football game, I stopped knowing where I was, like while playing, and I stopped. Like we'd lean in to hear the play, and I wasn't able to like comprehend it. And I was left offensive tackle, and I would always then my friend Tom, who was the guard on my side, it got to the point where I would just turn to him and go, what do I do? What's it on? And he'd be like, when he says hut, block that guy. Like that, and that's how we played like half of a football game. And I gotta say, we watched the game tape the next day. I played a pretty good fucking game for a brain damaged weirdo. I was actually kind of on fire, man. I was watching, I'm like, man, I was making hella blocks. Wish I remember them, but I was doing really good.
Man, I'm waiting for a play in a football game where, you know how the linemen line up? Where the other team, whichever team is going to employ this strategy, I'm waiting for, like, the whistle to blow and, like, the ball to get hiked, and then everyone on the quarterback's team just backs up. Like, just back up 3 steps and let everybody from the other line fall. Because you expect another person to be there and, like, hit you. So it would be so funny if everyone just moved out of the way. It would only work once.
It would only work once. And even then,
it would be so funny.
They usually stand up kind of to get in it. They don't just dive forward on their heads.
I mean,
they just let their hands out. I hope someone catches me.
Yeah, but they stand up like they lunge for that other person. So if you just back up, they're gonna at least trip,
or just knock you on your ass.
I mean, that's the fear. I feel like that's why nobody does it. But legitimately, if you and I like were lined up,
that's the fear.
It is, because it's like if I told a football coach to do that, he'd be like, "You're out of your mind."
I mean, no, it's true. I mean, it's like why they teach you like when you're a defensive lineman, they teach you to just real quick, right when the ball snaps, just quick like grab the shoulder of the lineman across from you and just tug it down a little bit and swim over them, because a lot of times they will, if they haven't started standing up yet, you can just pull a dude right down.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it would work once.
It would work one time
because they.
And then you get your ass throttled for the rest of the game because you've embarrassed this team, and they're out for blood now.
I mean, if they want to try, but they don't know if you're going to stand up again or not. Right. Now you've set up that fear. because it's exactly like when you watch a football game and you watch, like, don't even watch the rest of the play, just watch the linemen. I'm telling you, man, they even though they're standing up, they're leaning way too heavy forward.
Yeah.
They don't even take, half the time, they don't even get to take a step forward. They literally just stand up, lean forward, and there's already somebody blocking them. So if you just move out the way.
I like the tips from Coach Joshy here. These are good.
I got one play for every game. What else you want? Baseball? All right.
Did I tell you about this? Just happened a couple weeks ago when this comes out, but there was the Iowa State high school football playoffs were happening, and I can't remember if I told you about this, but there was like the highest scoring game in state history just happened, and I'll tell you this: one of the teams scored 94 points, and they didn't win.
Wow. So
the final score was 108-94. That's an NBA score, not a high school football game score.
I can't tell if that means both teams are really good or both teams are horrible.
But that's what it was on while I was teaching at school. One kid, then it was like third quarter still. One kid's like, it's like 70 something to 60 something, and I said, did neither team bring a defense? Did they forget? Are they down? Are they down, people? But it was just, I mean, it was 8-man football too. 8-man tends to be a little more high scoring just because I think, I don't know, you got a little more wiggle room or something, but there's less dudes out there.
Wait, how many is it supposed to be?
11. It's usually 11 on 11, but they're smaller schools. They're a different division that does 8-man football.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're missing people, yeah, I imagine you'd score more.
But they restrict the field a little bit too. It's not like the full football field. But yeah, 108 to 94.
I mean, you'd imagine those have been some of the best plays in the history of high school football, or else both teams are just really bad at stopping things they don't want to have happen.
The clips I saw, it was actually just a fairly sloppy game. Like there was one point like the quarterback just got hung up and just kind of like lobbed it awkwardly, and someone caught it, ran it in. Like it was. I think it was insane. It just felt like a like a schoolyard football game where it's like both teams had a really good player each, and then no one else really knew what they were doing. Just taking turns running it back.
Gosh. That feels like it feels like when you watch. I mean, we haven't watched that many together or anything, but it feels like when you watch some of those rare, like professional MMA fights where both people are bad.
Yeah,
and it's there's a lot of knockdowns. But it's not because either one of them are good. Like, one was a trip.
I mean, it's like if you drop a pot of chili, sometimes it'll look like a Jackson Pollock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every now and then you'd be like, "Oh wait, okay,
yeah,
look at that." I got to shampoo the carpet, but look at that.
A Jackson Pollock is, I mean, a bowl of chili is a Jackson Pollock twice a day. because this is the thing, when you're dealing with like things that could have you prone to injury like that, like football or combat sports or anything like that, it's like sometimes it's just very funny because sometimes the effort to do damage and the effort to avoid damage can sometimes look very funny. Like I actually went to an amateur MMA. It was like an amateur promotion. So these people are fighting to like improve their record to go pro,
Right.
Because like, something like the UFC or something like that, you want to have an impressive record coming in, not just for you to be able to say I'll belong here, but also for them to take you seriously. And so you see a lot of these like hometown, just like homegrown MMA matches that are like, man,
the ones that make you go, is this legal?
Yeah. But not even, here's the thing.
They used to have those in like bars in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I'd be like, I feel like that that shouldn't be happening. This just feels like this is just sanctioned assault. It feels like kind of really.
Yeah, what people don't seem to understand with those two is that only a handful of them are like really bad. Like really bad, sloppy, you don't want to look at the person's face,
right.
Their face is burger. Usually they're bad because they end very quickly and they're one-sided. So I actually watched one of them. I have no idea what happened to this guy, but he was beating he was beating everyone on a dominant level. Like he was beating them, not even in a way where you're like, this man is skilled. This dude at one point, which this isn't even legal, you should never do this. This dude was beating another guy so badly that then the guy jumped him to try to go for a guillotine choke. If you don't know what a guillotine is, it's basically when you get someone in a headlock and then you try to choke them out, leaning back, right?
Yeah.
And this guy was not only not being choked, was not like responding to the choke at all.
Yeah.
He stood up with the guy still on him, took his mouthpiece out so he could take some deep breaths, then put his mouthpiece back in and slam that dude to the ground. When he took his mouthpiece out, I was like, guys, you need to stop this fight. This isn't a fight.
Yeah.
This isn't a fight. And the only
He's
person
about to
who
eat
doesn't-
him.
Yeah, the only person who doesn't know it is the guy who thinks he's choking him.
Yeah, the only one who doesn't know he's losing is the backpack.
The guy who's like, are you out yet? Is he standing up because he's out? Is that him quitting?
Yeah.
And then
Am I being picked up because I won?
I
And everyone's
watched
so proud of me?
I watched a guy try to get away from another guy who was really coming at him just with a barrage of punches. And instead of trying to dodge any of the punches or counter or go for a takedown or anything, this dude literally ran like he was an extra in a Bo-Rat movie. It was like
In a what movie?
the Bo-Rat movie. Remember they did that MMA scene?
Bo-Rat?
Yeah.
Oh, Borat?
I thought it was Bo-Rat.
Are we, as in like my wife, Borat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe
just-
I'm thinking of Bruno.
I think you're thinking of Bruno, but also
Yeah.
just the way you said Borat. It was like Bo-Rat. Like it sounded like a Southern wrestler.
Yeah, who
Like
how am I supposed to say it?
Borat.
Bo-Rat.
Yeah. No, I get it now that you say it, but first you were like in that Bo-Rat movie.
Yeah, well, how do you say it?
Borat. Like
Bo-Rat.
I want to be very clear. I'm not like laughing at your pronunciation. I'm just laughing at how you keep doing it the same way. It's
Well,
little.
I'm trying to hear how you're saying it. That's different from
Borat. No,
Bo-Rat.
that's better. It's just the first few times we're like Bo-Rat, like it's two different words.
Yeah, Bo-Rat.
No, but they're not two different words. It's one word.
Yeah, I'm saying one word. I'm not taking a break.
You're hyphenating it at most.
Bo-Rat? Where's the hyphen in Bo-Rat?
I was where you're fucking putting it, where it doesn't belong.
It's Bo-Rat, right?
It's Borat. It's a little thing. I truly did not know what you said at first because you said that Bo-Rat movie.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of Bruno though.
I mean, yeah, the MMA thing you're thinking of, I think is from Bruno.
Okay, am I saying that one right? Is it Bruno or something? Something I'm not aware of?
Yeah, you're saying Bruno, right? I didn't mean for it to go this way either.
I didn't think you did. I mean, I don't even think anyone's going to remember what we were talking about now. I think it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was MMA something. You were on something about that Bo-Rat movie. You can hear the different way I'm saying it, right?
No.
Borat and Bo-Rat?
No, goodness. Bo-Rat.
Borat.
Bo-Rat.
There, that was better. That was better.
But that's what I've been saying the whole time.
No, you have not. The first few times you said Bo-Rat, and that is just not how it's pronounced.
Bo-Rat.
Let's move on. This has got to be torture to listen to.
Fuck.
Oh no, dude! Don't... I can talk more about getting concussions. Let me feel better.
Yeah, the guy just ran from him a lot.
Oh no, I took away his confidence. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. I wasn't trying to make fun of you. I was just trying to clarify because I didn't.
No, I didn't think you were trying to make fun of me. I was also confused.
This is that bin Ben thing over and over again.
Did we actually leave that in?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I also have had situations in my apartment where I'm just alone, where I've like hurt myself, and so those are a little less embarrassing because you don't have to feel like, oh, I messed so much up or I'm such an idiot and I embarrassed myself in front of a person. Mm-hmm. But there is a small part of you that's like, I don't know, God saw it. That's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when
if heaven's real, Grandma just saw me.
So actually this would have been a weekend that we hung out together.
Okay.
But yeah, when I was still living in Chicago, I was on my own at this point at my studio, and I genuinely, like we're talking serious, I choked on a sunflower seed to the point where I really thought I was going to die.
I remember you telling me about this.
I was like, how? But even as I'm choking, I'm like, there's no way. It's one seed. Like even as I was choking, I was like, how? It should take more to lodge my throat.
Yeah.
Because
I'm not trying to knock it loose with other sunflower seeds.
Yeah. I shouldn't need a plunger for a seed and a piece of shell.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't as if I was choking as in I couldn't stop coughing. I was legitimately choking like my throat was stuck.
Jeez.
And I was like, how? Like, even if it went sideways, I should be fine.
Seed, not the shell. Like, just the seed?
It was the seed and it was a little bit of shell. And my throat was closed.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I almost tried to give myself that self-Heimlich. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, where you like slam on a chair or something.
So
you just fucking pile drive yourself into the back of a chair and hope whatever you're gagging on comes out. Yeah, I'm familiar.
I beat my own ass across the apartment because so I'm choking, right?
Yeah,
and it took me maybe 2 or 3 seconds to realize, like, oh, it's been a while since I took a breath. I'm really choking. And then I didn't have a chair. I didn't own a chair.
Yeah.
So I just slammed myself against the kitchen counter. And it wasn't even the angle, because you're supposed to put the chair under you a certain way and then
you're supposed
plop
to get
down on it.
The aforementioned diaphragm. You're supposed to kind of pop right there, but you're
no. I
just body checking yourself,
and then
like a fucking self-hating hockey player.
And then I was like, oh my God, it's not working. And so then I did it again.
Oh God, this is how it ends. This is how it's over.
So then I also was thinking, like, okay, but normally when you're choking, before people give you the Heimlich or something, they slap you on the back. So maybe if I just slam my back.
Fuck off. No. On.
I didn't get a running start or anything, but basically I tried kitchen counter, right? Yeah. And then I was like, that's clearly not working. That's only hurting my chest. And so then I just went against the wall behind me, like. So I didn't slam myself against the wall, but I just tried to bounce my back against the wall like someone would slap your back if you were choking, and that also didn't help. So then I was like, if I can maybe dig it out with my finger or something.
I already know how this is gonna go.
And so then I put my finger in my mouth. And I was like, I was definitely choking worse, but it wasn't lodging it.
God damn.
And then finally I took as much, because I didn't have that much air left. I was really panicking.
Yeah.
And so then I just stood there, like just stood center of the little kitchenette that I had, and this is like after the finger thing, and then I just like really punched my own chest, like really like gave it like some beats. And that sort of knocked it loose.
God damn it. I want to apologize in advance for laughing very hard at your funeral, because your death is going to be hilarious. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to be some cartoony shit. Your fucking obituary is going to read like a Marx Brothers movie. Like, it's going to be...
Dude, it's like it was so scary because we're also talking about a period of like 30 seconds. Like,
right.
Not,
but that feels really long when you're choking.
Oh,
and there's
yeah.
and this was, you said this was your studio?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so there's that moment too of living by yourself. Because I had that too, living in that basement unit I had in Chicago, where if anything happens, you're like, oh fuck, no one will find me for days.
Yeah.
And I had a dog too, so my thing was always just like, it depends, I won't be mad at her if she needs to eat me to survive, if no one's found me in like a week. If she like goes like the second I'm done breathing, I'm going to be mad at her. I'm going to be upset.
Yeah.
If she's like, oh, eyes closed, lunchtime.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to be upset.
Yeah. I mean, it was terrifying because I was like, when you don't know, because most people can hold their breath for like 30 seconds or something, but when you truly don't know,
right,
that it's like
when your
last breath,
yeah,
for a little while was 10 seconds ago, and now you're like, what's happening? And then you realize you're choking, and it wasn't even a choke that was like, I'm choking and I just can't force it up. It's like lodged.
No, yeah. I'm just imagining the detectives now, and they're in your apartment, and they find your body on the floor with your own finger just crammed in your mouth. And then they're just like, we found a bunch of bruises on his chest, too. Weird.
I mean, the best I can hope for is that I'm not alone. And someone else in Chicago has died by a single sunflower seed. And then when the detectives find me, they can be like, I think we have a serial killer on our hands.
It's the sunflower killer. He's back again.
Yeah. Because
we thought he was gone for years, and now he's back.
He clearly beat this young man and then left his signature one sunflower seed.
Made him kick himself to death. It should be funny, the idea of murdering someone by holding their own finger down their throat. Just, I don't know why that's a funny visual. It's a horrible thing, but I hurt my shoulder bad enough the other week that I had to literally like sit down and ice it for a little bit. What I did is I held something up like this. Like clothes. It was something super light. I was for those of you listening, I raised my arm up slightly. I was just getting.
He raised his arm up like he caught a big fish.
Yeah, like, oh, there it is. You look.
Yeah.
Except for it wasn't a big fish. I think it was a pair of pants that I was just like picking. I was like getting just laundry out or something. And I remember moving it, and Jess was standing there with me, and I just went, ow, ow. And she's like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. My shoulder hurts so much now. And then I couldn't get it past, like I couldn't raise it up at all then for like the rest of the night. And then this is where, it's fun to live with a nurse. Cause then she made me sat down and like ice it and wouldn't allow me to do anything. Here's the thing. It even kind of actually is a little hurt just doing this right now. I got a fucked up shoulder though. So that's why. But
yeah,
I fucked up my shoulder from a different injury, which is actually it's my other concussion. Let's get into this. Let's get into this, Josh. This is my tying it all together. You know me. This story, but this is the story of how I received a massive concussion and some slight brain damage. Which I love anytime I open with that. I say I've had brain damage, and someone always goes, "Well, that explains a lot," which is just a nice way to make fun of me. It's just
it's a nice way to find out
yeah.
someone is not original.
Yeah, yeah, and just mean and hateful. But yeah, so I got a really bad head injury after football practice in the locker room. You notice how I told the football one first to make it sound like they happened on the field. This one happened after in the locker room,
but not the same day.
Not the same day. No, these were different years. Even this actually happened before the one in football.
Oh, okay.
So, but this was, I was in the locker room. I don't remember this whole day. I remember like up till like lunch that day, and then like erased the rest of the day from my mind. But apparently, what was told to me later was that we were horsing around in the locker room. We were weirdly like way too comfortable around each other in the locker room. Like, weird stuff happened there. I remember once I went to college and like would tell some stuff. I remember having some friends be like, "Why? What? Oh my god!"
And so none of you were dating. like that seems like the next question.
I had a girlfriend at the time, you know. She was in Canada though. Like she went to a different school. You don't know her, but I had.
But I had her.
Yeah, no, because we used to do dumb shit like just cover the the shower room floor with soap, and then you get on your stomach, and we'd have races back and forth. Yeah. That sounds.
Yep.
Bring it home.
So nasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably one of the nastiest things I feel like you could do with soap.
I'm surprised there weren't more rashes, to be honest. I was really
because the idea that you're on the ground.
Yeah.
And it's not a clean floor just because there's soap on it.
Well, and especially too, it's like right after football practice too. So like we're all like showering.
Yeah. So now you've mixed mud, sweat, soap, and floor. And you're just just playing worms.
Yeah. I saw one guy shave another guy's man's pubes. So I saw that. Just a little bit.
Wait, this is the same locker room?
Yeah.
Okay, because you said that like you had been to war.
Yeah, no, this was in Thailand a couple months ago. Had nothing to do with this story, but I just thought I'd tell it. So that's just the weird comfort factor of my locker room. I know this is now sidetracked entirely. People are going to forget that I was talking about an injury and not just my my weird after dark locker room. But anyway,
after dark, broad daylight.
Yeah, yeah.
But y'all would do all this weird stuff in the locker room and then just go to class? Well, or is football practice after school?
Football practice after school. Yeah.
Okay. Because you know how some sports they do like
some
during PE and then some of them they do like before school. Like that was a big thing with soccer. Soccer sometimes would be before school started.
Some like volleyball and like basketball would do that, but football I think that's kind of harder to do. And then your kids are all banged up for school. You know?
Yeah, banged up. Now go learn math.
Yeah, yeah. But what was told to me then, so I brought that up because there was always like horseplay, and apparently this is a volleyball again came into play. I guess first someone was throwing on a football, I guess, just like in the locker room, like bouncing off the walls, trying to hit everybody or something like that. But apparently then a volleyball came into play, and I guess I was trying to. I'm now out of the shower and in like the locker room area. And I turned to like run away from someone with the ball, and then my feet slip, and then I just come down completely on my head, and then my friends are all like laughing. They I guess they all thought it was a joke, and then I started shaking. I think they thought I was doing a bit, not realizing I was having a massive seizure actually. And that's part of where the shoulder injury comes from, because landing so hard on my shoulders, and then they said I actually probably seized so hard I probably actually hurt my shoulder because my body locked up so hard.
Yeah.
And then a giant pool of blood gathered around my head, and then my friends were like, "Oh, no," and so luckily
blood and soap. And balls and floor and sweat.
Yeah. Then my friends just started sliding around in it back and forth. Good time for a blood race, you know.
This is the nastiest floor known to man.
And then luckily someone had just come down who was dressed, because again everyone had just gotten out of the shower, so I'm also just laying on the floor covered in blood, surrounded by naked men, and I hope that's the only time that happens in my life. I really I hope that's not how it ends for me, is in this I don't know, gangbang gone wrong. But
I mean, really no banging, it's just sort of a naked gang.
I meant if it happens now. Yeah. Just a weird. We were playing strip poker, and then one day, I don't know what happened. We didn't do anything, officer.
Yeah, it would be hard to explain why so many people are naked.
So many people naked. That is a tough one.
Naked person.
Yeah. And once if two answers are even close to conflicting, sorry, you're all murderers. Sorry.
Yeah.
All of you. All you did it. Everyone did it in this version of Clue. But then, luckily, I guess someone had just come down who was dressed, and they were like, call 911. And so they left. And then my friends, bless them for this, they saw me laying there, and they're like, well, I guess we should dress him, which they shouldn't have done. You shouldn't move somebody who's laying there with a head injury. But so they decided to try to put my gym shorts on me. But they got both my legs into one pant leg of the shorts. And I know this because one of my few memories is from waking up in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. And the lady above me just goes, Logan, you fell and hit your head. Like, are you okay? Like, how are you doing or whatever, checking it. And I just said, my balls hurt. And then I passed out.
Oh, my gosh.
And then I woke up in the hospital. I'm surrounded by friends, and like my parents are there, and my football coaches are in the back. And then I see my little brother's there with another friend of his, and they had a JV game that night too. That will become important in a moment. But I wake up and I just ask what happened. And my friend Randy, who's there, he goes, you fell and you hit your head, and you are in the hospital right now. So everything's okay. And I go, oh, okay. And then I look down at my arm, and I see the IV in my arm, and I act fake perplexed. I'm like, oh, what's this? And everyone just goes, ugh. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was just trying to lighten the mood. I didn't think it was going to bum you guys out so much. And then I look up at my little brother, and I go, did you win your game tonight? And he goes, no. And I said, pussy. I was in high school. That's why I said that. I don't talk that way anymore. Don't cancel me. But I said that to him there, and everyone just goes, ugh. And I'm like, what? I'm like, why is everyone mad at me? I'm in the hospital. You're supposed to be nice to people in the hospital. Why is everyone mad at me? And then my friend Randy just goes, you've done that 8 times. My brain was like trying to restart, and it was just skipping like a record. So I would wake up, ask what happened, make the same joke about the IV, and then call my brother a pussy. And then I would pass out, and I'd come to, and I would do it again. And I just kept doing that over and over and over again until the last one that I remember, because that's the only one I remember. And the only thing I remember from that day then really was that.
So a couple things.
Yes. I'm just a couple.
One, that must be so scary for your family, friends, everything, to think that you're about to be the worst version of 50 First Dates.
Just every day.
Just every day you tell the same joke, you call your brother a pussy, and then you go to bed.
Yeah, me and my brother definitely wouldn't have the same relationship we do now if it had been,
honestly,
17 years of me just calling him a pussy every day.
The fact that you did it 8 times, if I'm your brother, I got to start to worry that you mean it.
Be great for that. On one of them that I don't remember, he was just like, listen, motherfucker. And like everyone like held him back. No, I don't care. I don't care where he's laying. I don't care.
I don't care. We can settle this now.
Yeah.
All right.
Talking shit's talking shit. I don't care what bed you're in. Yeah.
And then the last thing, which I didn't include in the couple things, I actually had I won't get into it now. I'll save that for I'll save the story for a different day. But I had a similar thing happen to me. I wasn't. No. I was not the person who had the concussion or anything.
Oh.
But yeah, basically way back in the day, this girl broke up with me, and then and then she hit her head real hard, and then a week later broke up with me again.
No.
But not like, it wasn't like as dramatic as yours.
Right.
She literally like played lacrosse. She hit a pole,
Yeah.
lost some time, and then just forgot she did certain things.
Wow.
Yeah. It wasn't like yours where she was like in the hospital for a little bit and blah, blah, blah. It was
I was in the hospital for a night and they let me go and didn't.
It is weird how quickly they let you go with head injuries.
Well, and they really shouldn't have. They also didn't warn like my mom at all that there might be changes, because then like my mom got freaked out because then I had really bad depression after that, because that's what happens when you slam your fucking head onto a floor and knock yourself out.
Yeah.
It usually triggers depression. And so my mom didn't know that, so she just got really scared for her son. And then we went to a different doctor because I started having I had trouble in math then. I went back to school and went to math class, and there was a quiz, and it was a weird sensation. I've never really had it before, where I'm looking at the sheet going, I just learned all of this, and I don't know how to solve a single part of it.
Yeah.
And like the doctor kind of figured out like the part of my brain that controls math is probably what I rocked real hard or something. And then also too, I would then start panicking, and then I just like couldn't finish the test. I'm like, fuck, I don't remember math at all. But then we went to another doctor, and my mom was just like, I don't know, he's been like down too. And the doctor was just like, oh yeah, no, he's probably depressed. That happens a lot with head injuries. And then she was like, oh, well, they just let us go. And he's like, oh, how long was he there? He goes, we left the next day. And he was like, jeez.
That's insane.
So like the first hospital clearly didn't do it right, and the second hospital was like, oh man, that first one really should have done more for your kid's brain.
That is wild. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because you hear about things like that, and it's so often it's an adverse effect that's like fairly to really detrimental. Whereas I do feel like I've only ever heard two stories like this. They're very similar, so I won't tell both of them. But basically, there was a kid in high school who at least says that his uncle fell off a ladder and hit his head really hard, and then was way nicer after.
Oh, I've heard stories like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you only usually hear about, like, this adverse effect, or obviously it can cause depression.
Right.
It can cause, like, all of these other problems. But you rarely hear about the times where it's like, oh, he hit his head really hard. He had a really bad concussion. And then he really learned to chill out.
Yeah. No,
because it wasn't as if he had a bunch of adverse effects plus he was nicer. It literally, he was like a more relaxed person after that.
Well, not me. I was a real miserable fuck after that. Still am. No. I mean, I was depressed for a while, but
yeah, you did, punch that guy.
Who? What?
I was just trying to make something up of you being super aggro.
Yeah. You burned down that bar that wouldn't let you do a show there.
Yeah, you did choke that guy at Starbucks.
Yeah, but like I kept saying like it's Logan, and he was like Lucius on the cup, and I'm like, you fucking idiot.
All right. Well, we'll see if you can remember my name when I burned you with this coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Now you remember my name. And I was walking out, and he was like, curse you, Loudon,
Yeah, he was filing the police report. He was like, I think his name was Lucas.
Crazy dude.
Yeah. No, but
his brother was with him. He kept calling him a pussy. Out of nowhere.
That's always been something that's I found very like interesting and sometimes troubling, is some of those effects after the fact, because it's like you also don't know. It's so hard to tell some of it, because with things like with your thing, right? It's like, oh, these are stark differences in how I was before. But with other people, especially when they're even younger than you were, it's hard to tell, because you're like, is this how they were going to be anyway? Or is this the injury? Or is this the, you know what I mean? And so I'm glad that, especially for your part, you really like overcame those like those general effects and were able to get the help you needed. Like obviously it wasn't easy, but
took some doing, and some of it took years. I didn't really get a lot of the depression till later because it just hung there. But
yeah.
The weirdest thing was kind of like trying to retrain myself in math without. Like, cause then I just had to get good at. I taught myself just to get good at like fast math again because that was my junior year of high school, and then the prom theme that year was like a night in Vegas or whatever. And I remember with a friend, they like had like gambling tables in there, but you were just like gambling for like prizes or whatever. But we were playing blackjack, and I remember very distinctly the severe panic attacks like I was having inside adding up to 21. I was playing it off like I was bluffing, but really I was just like, I don't know what these add up to, because I was just like, math was fucking with me. So, and I was in like algebra 3, by the way. Like I was in like good level math and doing okay until I hit my head so hard it kicked the math out. You fucking monster.
No. What it is that I'm imagining you in the movie 21 or something, and then Kevin Spacey, whoever, is like, we got a real shark at the table.
Yeah,
no one ever really knows what he's thinking or what he's trying to do, and then it's just you sweating, being like, all right.
Yeah,
I got a jack and I got an 8. Jack plus, because you're not just doing math, you're doing card math,
right? Yeah,
which is another layer on top of the fast math you're talking about.
Yeah, just imagine if you ever watched like a poker tournament again or something. Just imagine those cool guys who are sitting there with sunglasses on. Imagine if in their head they're just going, "Oh God, everyone knows. Okay, everyone's looking at you. Everyone's looking at you. Oh, they know you're stupid. You're stupid. You're a stupid idiot."
Because that to me, it's like, but the fact that you were bluffing it actually makes it so funny because you're sitting there and then people are like, man, Logan got ice in his veins.
I was playing all stoic, and keep in mind too, it's prom, so I'm in a full tuxedo just looking dead serious at a blackjack table trying to look really, really stoic and serious when really in my head I'm just like, now 4 + 2 + 5 is
oh man.
Yeah.
Logan just keeps saying, hit me. Man, he must have got all the 3s.
He busted 4 cards ago. What's he doing? Just refusing. No, hit me again.
You're not even in anymore. It's between 2 people, and you're like, from the side of the table, hit me.
Yeah. You want to know the weirdest thing, though, that I remember, though, from that incident? Because I just have, like, flashes of stuff. But the weirdest thing was... when you can't go to sleep, like when you have a severe concussion like that, like they come and they wake you up every so often. But they had me, they would always ask me what words they gave me. They gave me 3 words to remember. And then so every time they woke me up, they'd be like, hey, do you remember the 3 words? And I could always get 2 and not the 3rd one. But now I'll like never forget them because it was apple, banana, and tube. But I would always get apple, banana, and I can never get tube, which I think is on purpose to have like those first 2 go together and then a rogue one, But that's the weirdest thing is like I will always remember apple, banana, tube, like forever now.
Yeah,
that's like really stuck in my head from that experience because I was just like in the hospital bed as my head's fucking bandaged up, And I'm in my hospital bed trying to like rest off brain damage, just sitting there and being like, remember apple, banana, tube, you piece of shit. Remember these 3 words. You're embarrassing yourself in front of the nurses. Like it was just this weird like
yeah, it was this like, weird pressure.
This pride. Like I'm like, you have to win this game. Like it's not a
yeah. That's wild, man. Yeah. That apple, banana, tube.
Apple, banana, tube. That's just.
You think we should call the episode that?
I was thinking about it. Could call it apple, banana, tube. That could be funny. A funny title, just out of nowhere. Why is this one called apple, banana, tube?
Oh man! Thank you so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We are so happy that you have been tuning in, listening to our stories
for 20 episodes. This is our 20th.
This is our 20th episode.
Doesn't it feel like 100th? But this
Yeah, I do kind of want to celebrate our 100th because this has been a bit of a haul.
It's that strange thing of, I know everyone talks about like, oh, time in 2020 is weird, but like it feels like we've been doing this podcast for a long time.
Yeah.
In a good way, where it's like,
yeah, I'm surprised we don't have more episodes.
I know, me too. I'm always surprised when we like are saving it. It's like, what episode is this? Like, oh, 7.
Yeah, I remember when we finally hit the double digits, and I was like, "That's a lie." No, this has been so amazing. We are so grateful that so many of you have been reaching out to us and have been, leaving reviews. Please, please keep doing it because it really helps the show. It helps us broadcast to more people, and the whole point of the show is to brighten people's days and give them something to relax to. I heard that there's some people who haven't even finished a single episode of this podcast because apparently I put people to sleep. So I just want to keep doing.
That's why I'm here. My laugh is meant to jolt them back up. That's why we did this pairing. This is why it works.
Yeah.
It's a good team. As Josh is telling a story, and they start just getting a little bit, and then ha ha, and then they come back. So
yeah, it's a real rope-a-dope situation.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you want to reach out to us personally, or for just leaving a review on the show or anything, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, at Josh Johnson on Twitter, at Josh J Comedy on Facebook, and at Josh Johnson Comedy on YouTube, where we're actually now posting full episodes of this very podcast.
Yeah. So this one you can watch and see what Josh meant by the chicken arm movements from the beginning of the show.
And if you're looking for Logan,
you can find me on Instagram. Logan M. Nielsen is my handle on that. And if you want to drop us a line, send us an email, which we are right now. We're still testing out in our Monday mailbag stuff. Or minisodes, or however we're classifying the shit we do on Monday. There's
a lot of Mondays and M's.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be easier to be like, oh, we'll just shift Monday minisode to Monday mailbag, but really it's just made it jumble it more in my shower floor damaged brain. But you can email us. That's joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com, and we've been getting a lot of great ones, and please just know that like we're still getting to all of them, and we will get to all of them. Don't worry, we're gonna get there because we've got a couple people kind of like, we had one that repeated again, like this is the same one, just to like remind us, which I appreciate too, but it's like, don't worry, we have too many cool people who listen to our show who want to drop us cool lines and fun topics too that we're gonna get to. I'm excited, so make sure you check those out.
Yeah, keep even if you've left us something before, please leave us something again. We love to read it, and we'll read it on the show. And we've made a whole show out of reading it.
And we've read stuff from Price a couple times, and I have more from him we're going to get to. So
yeah.
So don't worry. Email, even if you've sent us an email before, email us again. We love hearing from you. And I believe too, if you get on Amazon Prime, you can watch Bo Rat 2. That's out now. You can check it out.
Thanks so much for listening. Until next time, Apple Banana Tube.
Oh no, it's our new sign off. Until next time, always remember Apple Banana Tube.
You seen your headline on The Daily Show. You see them all over YouTube. I want you to put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Give it up for Josh Johnson.
I do my best to be fair with people. I'm not perfect at it, but I try, And sometimes the fairest thing you can do for a person is be honest with them. Like, so how many people do you know in your life who are suffering? because the people around them let them live in delusion. You know what I mean? I've had to sit friends down and be like, listen, you're gonna have to date who like you. There's no way around it. Sometimes the nicest thing you can do for a person is be honest with them. And if I'm being honest, I feel like Donald Trump might be having one of the worst weeks of his life. This is very, very bad. I mean, this is, oof. I've watched people have bad weeks. I've watched people have terrible weeks. There was a dude from my hometown that would ride his bike everywhere, and he got hit by a car and struck by lightning in the same week. He survived both, but wow. Because he was riding his bike, and you know, a lot of cities in the South we don't have enough sidewalk. We really abandoned the entire idea of someone might want to get somewhere in not a car. So he was riding his bike, but there's no sidewalk, and there's also no like bike lane where I grew up. And so there's just like, if you take the service road, it's just ditch and then ditch and then ditch and then ditch. And so then he over here BMXing the ditches going. But then when you do that, you do appear out of nowhere, because the ditch is deep enough where you know you ride, and then there's a little bit of road, then there's another ditch, and then you pick up another ditch, right? You know that's how you get there. But anyone making a left turn on the service road just sees someone on a bike coming truly out of nowhere and sends them flying, right? So he got hit by a car, and the car was turning, so this means it was slower than it could have been, and turned into him. He flipped over everything, bam, 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 landed in the ditch, so at least landed on some grass, right? And then he was all banged up, and then he had to walk the rest of the week until he get his bike fixed, until he healed up a little bit. He had to, walk around town. He was walking around town, and there was a thunderstorm. Which normally, here's the thing, this is like a big Southern tradition, right? Is that when it's lightning outside, nobody do anything. We turn off the TV. Turn off every appliance. Unplug it. Turn off everything. And don't move. I know you inside, don't move. That lightning see you moving from outside, it might want to come visit, all right? Don't move, stop. Be still where you are unless you are moving to unplug something or turn something off. In fact, lay down on the ground so you can be grounded. And sometimes you'll tell people, like someone will like not be from the South and they'll come over and it'll be a lightning storm and you just start turning everything off and they're like, what are you doing? And it's like, oh, okay, you can play with the Lord if you want to, but... I like not being lit up, okay? I'm not even using this blender right now anyway. What point is there for this house to get struck by lightning and then the blender work real good for 6 seconds and then never work again? And so he was walking out in the thunderstorm. And to be fair to him, it was like, what was he supposed to do? I guess lay down. But like, what was he really supposed to do? So he's walking, making his way and everything, and up off ditch. And now he can watch for cars a little easier because he's on foot and stuff. Ditch and everything. And then the lightning hit him, right? And it hit okay, the way, I never been hit by lightning before, but the way that it hit him, he did, this is what I'm told, I was not there, but the way the lightning hit him, he did bounce. And I don't know, I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know that could happen, because it didn't seem like being struck by lightning was a buoyancy thing. But yeah, like he basically got hit by lightning, and then he didn't bounce high. It's not like he bounced like a basketball up, but he basically, lightning, boom, and then he went up a little, and then he hit the ground all hot. Charred. And then he had like a scar along the body and everything because struck by lightning. It survived. I've never seen personally somebody get hit by lightning and then get up. I wouldn't. If I got struck by lightning, I'd be like, y'all, you know what? The Lord knows I need a nap. I'm gonna take a nap. Works in mysterious ways. Sometimes you just need to sit down somewhere. What makes you sit down anywhere like being struck by lightning? And so, he boom, boom, boom. And that was trying to get places next 2 days was very rough because he was already banged up from the car. And he was crispy. And he still wasn't having the week that Donald Trump is having. This is like... This is very bad. All right, in case you're not familiar, Donald Trump, the president was, like minding his business, trying to enjoy the government shutdown ending, right? Which should be, that should be a good day. It should, you shut down ended and everything. And so, he got signed the thing and he has everybody in the office and stuff. And the night before, looks like the House Dems released these 3 emails that were from Epstein's estate. So it's different. It's different from like if something was subpoenaed and stuff. It's not like something that was like sealed and then is being released. This, I think, works differently where it's just from the estate, right? And so then they release these 3 emails, and the 3 emails are not, they're not Epstein talking to Trump. They're Epstein talking about Trump. And on what should have been a good day. All right, the best way I could describe what happened is I went to a birthday party, and at this birthday party were a bunch of different friend groups. I shouldn't say a bunch, like 2 friend groups, but I don't know if you've ever had this in your life where you have this person who you're friends with who has a bunch of friends, and then you have this other person you're friends with who has a bunch of friends, but it's enough people in general, whether it's because of school or because of work or whatever, it's enough people in general that the people that know them, eventually there's an overlap of people who are friends with this person, but hate each other. They hate each other, or they hate the other friend, but they're part of this friend group, hate the other friend, right? So I was at one of those birthday parties. I was at a birthday party for someone, and the person who hated him the most came to the birthday party. They came because they were invited by our least thoughtful friend, and So having no awareness, least thoughtful friend invites them to the surprise party. And so then we're all like, hey, surprise. And they see this person. They were surprised. And then everybody's waiting for something to pop off and nothing ever did because they hate each other. Like, ooh, they hate. Is under. It's below the heart. It's behind and underneath. They hate from like the diaphragm, I think. They hate so much. They hate him. Anyway, so they hated the birthday boy a lot. Like, ooh, I wish I hate you. And so then they bring out the cake, and the cake got like one of the candles for every year, and they getting up there, so it's enough candles to light up a room, and put it down. Birthday boy blows them all out. They cut up the cake. We're all chatting and everything in different rooms and stuff. And then the one that hate him, right, leans over to me, and he's like, before everybody, was like singing happy birthday and everything. Before they like brought out the cake and stuff. I farted in the cake. In my head, I was like, in? In just assumes a level of power that normally you'd say on, but whatever. And that is what the House Dems did to Trump on the day. It's supposed to be, it's not his birthday, but it's supposed to be a good day. And shutdown is ending. It's supposed to be good for, it's supposed to be good day. And so then you see in these emails, they're just not good at all. And it's not like, this is why I would be mad if I was Trump. Because it's not even Epstein talking to Trump, it's Epstein talking to somebody else about Trump, right? So it's the equivalent of like, you at home, and your friend did something, got caught, and then your friend comes to your house with the police. Your friend come to your house with the police and goes, hey, come on out, they got us. What do you mean us? I was at home. Because the email doesn't even like one of the main ones that was making the rounds on the news doesn't even like implicate Trump in anything. It just implies that Trump knows something that Epstein knows about what Epstein did that is very bad. That he hasn't told any authorities, but he knows is bad, right? Which doesn't look good. It's just one of those like, this is bad for everybody. It's what, ooh. And I don't know how we got to this place, because Epstein saga has so many episodes. There is a Marvel universe of Epstein updates. It's never over, it just goes deeper. And then, this is what the Dems do. Then the Republicans come out, and Republicans are like, all right, but why were the Dems sitting on these emails? Why are they releasing them now? That's pretty convenient, right? Like, why are you farting in his birthday cake? And then, I suppose, to try to show transparency, to try to be like, we're actually the party that wants to get to the bottom of the Epstein thing the most, the Republicans release 20,000 pages. 20,000 pages. I don't know if I've sent 20,000 emails in my life. 20,000 emails, these pages of Epstein talking about everything, talking about Trump, talking about Larry Summers, talking about it's so much. It's so much it makes you wonder, whoa. Why 20,000? It almost felt like they were like, you know what? Release 20,000. You know people don't read. You know they won't read it. It turns out people are pretty interested in reading. It turns out if it's an interesting enough novel, people will dive deep into the reading. Yeah. Because we're in a stressful time where it doesn't feel like things fully matter. There used to, back in the day there was shame. So if you were in public office, if you were in public office and you did something, or somebody accused you of something, or sometimes it didn't even have to be anything. There was enough shame that you would resign or you would retire from politics in shame because we had shame. People had more shame, right? And I don't know, I'm not gonna blame all of it on social or influencer culture or anything like that, but we have more people than ever that we know about in our own little pockets, right? We have more people than ever that are involved in scandals. It used to be if you were in a scandal, you were either a politician or a Hollywood celebrity. Those were really the only people who could even get into a scandal. But now you could just be an influencer, and even more specific, you could be a makeup influencer and you get into a scandal that only affects the people who watch you, right? And so now we're watching more people than ever try to navigate having a scandal, which has also made scandals more normal. And so now instead of looking to how we would all expect someone in a scandal to react, we look at how the person reacts. So you go back in time, all Nixon did was listen to some tapes. When you really sum it up, it's yes, the spying and the blah, blah, blah. But it's Nixon himself, just Nixon, listened to a garbled tape that was of no consequence, really. It was that man resigned over. And I know he did plenty other stuff besides it. I'm just saying, the thing that when we think of Watergate, when people even really think about what Watergate is or what it meant to people, it was the scandal of the government spying and how the opposition treats each other and everything like that. But when you really look at Nixon, I'm not taking up for Nixon at all. I'm literally just saying that when I watched the documentary, it sounded like he resigned over. And he left. And now there's a scam. There's something happening. And obviously everybody puts it on Trump specifically, and he is our version of it, but it was happening all around the West before this. It was bubbling up. Everything does not revolve around this man. There was something that was happening in lots of different places where politicians were realizing how much they could stress test the trust of the general public, right? You even look at Canada with Rob Ford. Rob Ford was the mayor of Toronto. And Rob Ford smoked crack on camera. This man did just smoke crack on camera. He smoked more crack than I've ever seen anybody smoke on camera. He smoked crack on camera so many times that I think he is the most crack smoke taped person of all time. Lots of crack. And he'd get drunk too. And it would be like, who set up the camera? I guess Rob Ford. Like he just... It was scandal after scandal after scandal. It was stuff he would say. It was videos that would come out. It was stuff that he would say. It was videos that come out. It would just be over and over and over again. He wasn't like turning some new leaf. He was just one of the first people that when they came to him, they were like, were you smoking crack? And he was like, I was not smoking crack. Then in the next video that came out, he's like, oh, it's delicious. Like it, I can't tell you how much crack he was smoking. And just never seen somebody smoke crack like it was candy, right? And like, this is okay. Look, maybe this may be wrong with me, but when I was watching the documentary about him smoking the crack and stuff like that, before they revealed that there were tons of crack tapes, like a ridiculous amount of crack tapes. I don't know if anybody watched all the crack tapes. He has that many, right? But before they revealed that he actually did smoke crack, when he was denied smoking the crack, I was like, I don't know if this dude did this. Like, sure, he's like brash, and sure, he's like, you know, this like wild character. I definitely believe he was getting drunk, and they even showed a video of him drunk. I didn't believe the crack because I had never seen. Do you know what I mean? I had just never seen such a heavy set crackhead. You know what I mean? Like he would. I'm just saying, like, he had that plausible deniability from me, because every crackhead I'd ever seen was petite. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all right, fine, whatever. Some of y'all being weird, but you know you've never seen somebody smoke crack and have a cheeseburger. That is not something that happens within the same 5 minutes. No one has crack for dessert. And he was one of the first people. Like, he was actually a little bit pre-Trump, right? People forget about him, but he was. And they came to him, and they were like, aren't you going to resign in shame? And he was like, I don't even really feel any shame. No, I think I'm good. I think I'm just going to stay. And we still, as a people, in every country this happens in, don't know what to do with that. We don't. We, like, that happens, and we're like, oh, I thought you would have some shame. And Rob was like, no, I don't have any shame. I have crack, and it's delicious. Truly, when I tell you, sometimes I can even feel the shame creeping up, but like, shame and crack never meet. They're never in the same room together. So if you feel any of that shame creeping in and you hit a little crack, shame seems to disappear. Because now you even look at like with like influencer culture, there used to be this thing, like let's take it all the way back, right? Let's take it all the way back to maybe like the 80s or 90s, where if a tape came out of you in some sort of lewd act, it was immediately shameful. It was like immediately the thought process around it. I'm not even saying whether or not that's right. I'm saying that's what people did. Okay? And now you fast forward to today, and something will leak. Maybe someone's nudes leak, maybe a video of them leaks, and then we wait for the person to react to know if we feel shame for them. Or if we try to shame them. It's all based off their reaction. We look to them to know what to do next. So if something happens, if a tape goes out, if some nudes leak or something like that, and the person's like, oh, yeah, that's what I look like. We're like, oh, okay, all right, wow. And not across the board. I'm just saying that becomes the sort of general understanding. But then if that person's reaction is, oh no, you saw me naked. We'll be like, oh, we did. Shame. And so then these 20,000 pages come out, and wow, also not good. Not good at all. Because it's not just Epstein implicating Trump in like other meetings, other times they hung out, other things, other. It's also like Epstein talking real nasty and bad about Trump. Now look, some of it is before their breakup, and then some of it is after. And there have been plenty of people that said, hey, listen, this guy who is no longer friends with Trump, talking bad about Trump after they're not friends anymore, what's that supposed to mean? You know what I mean? Why should that even matter? And it's like, look, I understand where you're coming from, but if he's talking about anything that happened while they were still friends, while they hung out to somebody, that does mean something. That does matter, you know? And he was talking wild about Trump, even saying stuff like, I'm the only one that could bring him down with the stuff I know and everything. And look, this is just me. Just me, all right? I'm not friends with Epstein. Glad I wasn't, okay? But I'm just saying, if it was me and Epstein was talking this reckless about me over email with all these people, I'd probably be very upset. I'd get very mad. I'd probably get mad enough to kill him in his cell. I'm not saying that is what happened. I'm saying that's what I might do. Me. I'm saying that's what I might do, but I'm petty. You know? I didn't let you stay in my house and everything. You talking crazy about me in these emails. No. You gotta go. There's gonna be a missing minute in the video. Because that's also what's wild. That's where we left off, you know? Remember where we left off where there was they released the video and it was hours long and it was missing the most important minute it could miss? Yeah. Remember when there were like no files? Yeah. Remember when Pam Bondi was like, look, there's no files. Don't listen to your memory. I know what I said before, but what I'm saying now is more important. There's no files. Isn't it more convincing that there's no files than there's files? And we were all like, what is she talking about? It's bad. It's bad. You know what's so crazy to me? You know what's so crazy to me about a lot of this stuff is that this is Trump we're talking about. Trump was on trial in New York for some real estate fraud or whatever. And this dude, it wasn't looking good. It was looking like he might, get found guilty. And the judge had to give him a bunch of warnings. The judge's over here like, you need to stop talking about this case to the media. You need to stop talking about me to the media. Stop. I don't know what else he was doing. Like, stop doxing the stenographer. What? Like, stop. Just stop. You're talking too much. Nobody that's a defendant in any of my other cases I oversee talks as much as you to the media about this case. You gotta stop. And then Trump for his part, Trump, even to his credit, I'd say, was like in danger of being held in contempt almost the entirety of the case. And the judge like, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. I'm gonna do it. And Trump was like, do it. No, do it. I want to be in contempt. I bet you won't do it. And then he would tell him, don't go out there and talk to the media about this case.